Hi guys, and welcome to week 8 of our Saturday night lockdown quiz. Hope everyone's doing really well. Everyone's had a good week and as always have stayed safe. We'll, as usual, just have just a few moments beforehand just to get everyone sort of ready and sort of logged in if anyone's having any kind of issues or anything along those lines. Just to sort of obviously remind everyone, and if there's any sort of new teams or new people entering for the first time, obviously we'll start just shortly. Again, teams can be of any size. Hopefully you're all doing your teams in different ways and everything and still sort of maintaining our lockdown as part of a mantra of the lockdown quiz. We'll have 5 rounds plus the pitch round, so you guys have already seen the picture round for this evening. Similar theme for each picture. It's name the county, so you've got 10 counties there outlined in red, and all I want is for you to name those counties. We'll obviously take a break after, as usual, after the third round, a 10-minute break or so, and again after each round we'll carry on doing our marking through the Google form, which I will again as usual put a link in the live chat, and a link is also in the description on the video as well. So again, as normal, obviously mobile phones are allowed. A lot of you are using your mobile phones to view the quiz anyway, so but try to refrain obviously from googling. I know a lot of you are very good at that anyway, from refraining. And again, as usual, please drop your team names, drop who you're playing tonight's quiz with in the live chat, and hopefully we'll have some fun this evening. So we'll give it a moment or so just for everyone to get in, and then we'll make a start. And as usual, we'll be making a start with round 1, general knowledge. And again, apologies if you can hear a dog barking outside my window. Unfortunately, it's too hot to actually close the window. Okay, so we'll make a start, and as usual, we will start with round 1, and it will be general knowledge. So, question number 1. What was the host city for the 1976 Summer Olympics? And as normal throughout the course of the quiz, obviously I'll put the questions up and I will be repeating them. And if there's any questions that you do want repeated at the end of the round, then please bung them in the live chat and I will repeat them. So question 1 again. What was the host city for the 1976 Summer Olympics? Or that should actually be, where was the host city? Question number 2. Entebbe Airport is in which country? So that's question number 2 again. Entebbe Airport is in which country? Question number 3. The 2019 film Captain Marvel is based on which Marvel character? And the answer is not Captain Marvel. So that's question 3 again. The 2019 film Captain Marvel is based on which Marvel character? Question 4. Rogue trader Nick Leeson led to which bank's collapse? So that's question 4 again. Rogue trader Nick Leeson led to which bank's collapse? Question 5. What is the name of the town Donald Duck lives in? So that's question 5 again. What is the name of the town Donald Duck lives in? Question 6. In Fortnite, what is the name of the vehicle all players jump from at the beginning of each match? So that's question 6 again. In Fortnite, what is the name of a vehicle all players jump from at the beginning of each match? Question 7. Rodney Parade is the home of which League Two football team? And this is at the 2019-20 season, which I think is still going on. Maybe not for League Two. So that's question 7 again. Rodney Parade is the home of which League Two football team? Question 8. Known as the Grand Old Man, which man served as Prime Minister on 4 separate occasions between 1868 and 1894? So that's question 8 again. Known as the Grand Old Man, which man served as Prime Minister on 4 separate occasions between 1868 and 1894? Question 9. Emperor Napoleon died in May 1821 whilst in exile on which island? So that's question 9 again. Emperor Napoleon died in May 1821 whilst in exile on which island? Question 10. In Stranger Things, what is the name of the fictional town where the show is set? So that's question 10 again. In Stranger Things, what is the name of the fictional town where the show is set? Just looking at the space launch. Oh yeah, the quiz is interesting. Okay guys, so that's the end of round 1, general knowledge. If you've got any questions that you want repeated, please bung them in the live chat and I will get them repeated for you. I'll give you a moment as usual. There's a little bit of a delay. And then we'll go through the answers for round 1, general knowledge. Okay, so if everyone's ready for the answers, we'll go through the answers for round 1, general knowledge. Question number 1 was, where was the host city for the 1976 Summer Olympics? Well, they've only just finished paying it off. It's Montreal. Question number 2. Entebbe Airport is in which country? It's Uganda. Question number 3. The 2019 film Captain Marvel is based on which character? It's Carol Danvers. Question number 4. Rogue trader Nick Leeson led to which bank's collapse? It was Barings. Question number 5. What is the name of the town Donald Duck lives in? Well, it's Duckburg. So that's Duckburg, the answer to question number 5. Question number 6. In Fortnite, what is the name of the vehicle all players jump from at the beginning of each match? It's a battle bus. So the answer to 6, a battle bus. Question number 7. Rodney Parade is the home of which League 2 football team? It's Newport County. Also the home for Gwent Newport Dragons in rugby union. Question number 8. Known as the Grand Old Man, which man served as Prime Minister on 4 separate occasions between 1868 and 1894, and also, according to a family rumour, a ancestor of myself? It's William Ewart Gladstone. William Gladstone. Question number 9 was Emperor Napoleon died in May 1821 whilst in exile on which island? It was St. Helena. St. Helena. And finally, question number 10 was in Stranger Things, what is the name of a fictional town where the show is set? It's Hawkins. So the answer to question 10 is Hawkins. Okay guys, so that's the answers for round 1, general knowledge. Again, as usual, if you want to head to the Google form, I've put the link into the live chat. The link is also in the description. If you pop there, enter your team name as usual. If you can please continue with the same team name throughout the course of the quiz, then that makes things a hell of a lot easier for me. So we've got some scores coming through. And then we'll take a look at the leaderboard after round 1, general knowledge. Okay, we'll just give it a mo for the last team, and unsurprisingly it's the Holston Hustlers, who always seem to have a little bit of a difficulty getting their scores in. Somewhat ironic, in considering the distance they are at. And finally, we've got the Holston Hustlers. Okay, so we'll take a look at the leaderboard after round 1, general knowledge. Okay, so in 10th place, we've got Spuds with 2 points. In equal 7th place, on 4 points, we've got Biggles Boys, Tashlings, and Thompson 5. In equal 4th place, we've got I'm a Bellend and Decimated Wuhan Clan with 5 points. Also with the Holton Hustlers with 5 points. 1 point ahead of them, pull round from them, is the Jersey Royals on 6 points. And in equal first place, we've got Jeremy Corvid and Corinthians, all on 7 points. Well done, guys. Okay, so we're going to go on to round 2, which similar with round 1, similar in terms of general knowledge, but I call this round the trivia train. Woo-hoo. So basically on this round, general knowledge questions. However, I'm going to give you a little bit of advantage, a little bit of some clues, because the answer to the next question will be the last letter from the previous question. So it's a little train. So the answer to the next question is always going to be the last letter for the answer of the first question. You'll get it as you go along if you get the answers. And at the end of the day, it could just be, it's just general knowledge. But it might give you a little bit of a clue. So we'll go on to round 2, trivia train. Okay, so question number 1 in round 2 trivia train. In what American state was Barack Obama born? So remember that the last letter for your answer for this one, if it's correct, will be the first letter for the next question, and so on and so on. Choo choo, the train. The trivia train has set off. So that's question number 1 again. In what American state was Barack Obama born? And the space rocket has just launched. The first private company launch for astronauts from US soil. Quiz question for next week. Okay, so question number 2. On which Hebridian island did Prince Charles crash a plane in 1994? Question 2. On which Hebridean island did Prince Charles crash a plane in 1994? If you got the correct answer for question 1, you've already at a bit of an advantage. Question 3. Japan's main port for many years and now its second largest city. Where is it, or what is it? And if you know this one and you know number 1 but you don't know number 2, well, you've got even more of a clue. So question 3, Japan's main port for many years and now its second largest city at the time of writing, or whenever I picked up this question. Question 4. Who went to Buckingham Palace with Christopher Robin? So that's question 4 again. Who went to Buckingham Palace with Christopher Robin? Question 5. What does the word cenotaph mean? So question 5 again. What does the word cenotaph mean? Question 6. In the board game Monopoly, what is the American equivalent of Mayfair? So that's question 6 again. In the board game Monopoly, what is the American equivalent of Mayfair? Question 7. How is the number 1 usually called in a game of bingo? So that's question 7 again. How is the number 1 usually called in a game of bingo? Question number 8. Who was the Greek god of love? So that's question number 8 again. Who was the Greek god of love? Question number 9. Devil's apron and purple lava are types of what? So question 9 again. Devil's apron and purple lava are types of what? And our last question before we depart the trivia train. Woo-hoo. Question number 10. What is the only word in English ending in the letters MT? So question 10 again. What is the only word in English ending in the letters MT? Okay guys, you may now all disembark the trivia train. That's the end of round 2, the trivia train. I'll give you a moment to just go through your answers, and again, if you want any questions repeated, please bung them in the live chat and I will go through them. And then we'll go through the answers for round 2, the trivia train. Okay, so question number 1 was, in what American state was Barack Obama born? Well, Donald Trump doesn't believe this, but he was actually born in Hawaii. So Hawaii is the answer to question number 1. Question number 2, on which Hebridian island did Prince Charles crash a plane in 1994? It was the island of Islay, or Islay, hopefully I'll pronounce that correctly, Islay. Question number 3, Japan's main port for many years and now its second biggest city. Well, that's Yokohama. So the answer to question 3 is Yokohama. Question number 4, who went to Buckingham Palace with Christopher Robin? And it's actually from a poem, it's Alice. So the answer to 4 is Alice. Question number 5 was, what does the word cenotaph mean? Well, it means empty tomb. So empty tomb. Question number 6. In the board game Monopoly, what is the American equivalent of Mayfair? Well, it's Boardwalk. Boardwalk Atlantic City. But Boardwalk will suffice. Question number 7. How is the number 1 usually called in a game of bingo? It's Kelly's Eye. Named after the Australian outlaw Ned Kelly. Only had one eye after some shooting. So Kelly's Eye. Question number 8. Who was the Greek god of love? It was Eros. So the answer to question number 8 is Eros. I think the Wuhan clan are debating question number 1. Go and have a word with your friend Trump. It's Hawaii. I've seen his birth certificate. So Eros, number 8. Question number 9. Devil's apron and purple lava are types of what? They're types of seaweed. So the answer to number 9, seaweed. And finally, question number 10 on our trivia train was, what is the only word in English ending in the letters MT? Dreamt. So the answer to 10 is dreamt. Those are all your answers to round 2, the trivia train. And as usual, you know the score. Head to the Google form, put in your team scores, and we will have a look at our leaderboard. So we've got some scores coming through. Oh, well done, Holes and Hustlers, who've managed not to be the last. Okay, just waiting for a couple more teams. And I think we've got them. Okay, so we'll take a look at our leaderboard after round 2, the trivia train. Okay, so in 10th place, we've got the Biggles boys on 6 points. In 9th place, 1 point ahead of them, the Thompson 5 with 7 points. In 8th place, just 1 point ahead of them, we've got Spuds on 8 points. And 1 point ahead of them, we've got I'm a Bellend with 9 points. 1 point ahead of them, in equal 5th place, we've got the Tashlings and Decimated Wuhan Clan on 10 points. And 1 point ahead of them, we've got the Holes and Hustlers in 4th place on 11 points. With 15 points, we've got the Jersey Royals and Corinthians in 2nd place. With 1 point ahead of them, we've got the Jeremy Corvid in 1st place on 16 points. Okay, guys, so we're going to go on to round 3, which this week is crime and punishment. Don't worry, it's not based on the Fyodor Dostoevsky book. That would be a little bit cruel. These are all questions about crime and or punishment. After this round, we will of course take a 10-minute break. Okay, so question number 1 in round 3, crime and punishment. Question number 1. Which criminal's arrest made history as it was the first time that wireless telegraphy had been used for police purposes? So question number 1 again, which criminal's arrest made history as it was the first time that wireless telegraphy had been used for police purposes? Question number 2, which criminal was known as Scarface? So question 2, which criminal was known as Scarface? Some questioning on the hardness of the quiz. Well, on the last round, I literally gave you the first and letters. Well, not literally, but if you knew one, you knew the other. Maybe the next round might be good for you guys. So question 2, which criminal was known as Scarface? Question number 3, which famous criminal lived at 10 Rillington Place? So question 3 again, which famous criminal lived at 10 Rillington Place? Question 4. Bastinado was an Eastern form of punishment. Of what did it consist? So question 4 again, bastinado was an Eastern form of punishment. Of what did it consist? Question 5. The serial killer who was dubbed the Night Stalker. Who was he? So question 5. This serial killer was dubbed the Night Stalker. Who was he? Question 6. Which serial killer enjoyed dressing up as a clown and working charity events? So question 6 again. Which serial killer enjoyed dressing up as a clown and working charity events? Question number 7. In what year did Bow Street Magistrates Court open its doors for the first time? Was it A, 1724, B, 1739, or C, 1741? So question 7 again. In what year did Bow Street's Magistrates Court open its doors for the first time? Was it A, 1724, B, 1739, or C, 1741? Question number 8. The Cato Street conspiracy involved a scam in which a racehorse was switched by painting another horse black. Is that true or false? True or false? So question 8 again. The Cato Street conspiracy involved a scam in which a racehorse was switched by painting another horse black. Is that true or false? Question number 9. Which king of England wrote a treatise on witchcraft and demons? So question 9. Which king of England wrote a treatise on witchcraft and demons? And finally, in round 3, crime and punishment. Question number 10. The only person in the UK to survive capital punishment because the trap failed to open on 3 separate occasions is either A. John Lee, B. John Murray, or C. John Thomas. So question number 10 again. The only person in the UK to survive capital punishment because the trap failed to open on 3 consecutive occasions was either A. John Lee, B. John Murray, or C. John Thomas. Okay guys, so that's the end of round 3, crime and punishment. Again, if you want any questions repeated, please do bung them in the live chat and I will repeat them. I'll give you a moment just to go through your answers and then we will do the answers for round 3, crime and punishment. Okay, so if everyone's ready, we'll go through the answers for round 3, crime and punishment. Question number 1 was, which criminal's arrest made history as it was the first time a wireless telegraphy had been used for police purposes? Well, it was Dr. Crippen. So Dr. Crippen is the answer to question number 3. Question number 1, sorry. Question number 2, which criminal was known as Scarface? Now, how many people put Tony Montana? If you did, that's incorrect. He's a fictional character. The actual Scarface was Al Capone. Got done for tax evasion eventually. Question number 3. Which famous criminal lived at 10 Rillington Place? That would be John Christie. So John Christie is the answer to question number 3. Question number 4. Bastinado was an Eastern form of punishment. Of what did it consist? It consisted of the beating of the soles of the feet. So beating the soles of the feet. Question number 5. The serial killer who was dubbed as the Night Stalker, who was he? It was Richard Ramirez. So Richard Ramirez. Question number 6. Which serial killer enjoyed dressing up as a clown and working charity events? It was John Wayne Gacy. John Wayne Gacy. Question number 7. In what year did Bow Street Magistrates Court open its doors for the first time? Was it A, 1724? Was it B, 1739? Or was it C, 1741? It was B, 1739. Question number 8. The Cato Street conspiracy involved a scam in which a racehorse was switched by painting another horse black. Was it true or was it false? It was false. It was actually an attempt to blow up the Prime Minister and Cabinet in 1820. Question number 9. Which King of England wrote a treatise on witchcraft and demons? It was James I. And finally, question number 10 in round 3, crime and punishment. The only person in the UK to survive capital punishment because the trap failed to open on 3 consecutive occasions was it A. John Lee, B. John Murray, or C. John Thomas? He's a local lad. Well, local for me, it was John Lee, who was actually incarcerated in Exeter, and it was in 1885. I'm not 100% sure if he lived a happy life afterwards. I think his sentence was commuted. But so those are your answers. Question number 10 was A. John Lee. Okay, guys, so again, if you want to head to the Google form, we'll go through the scores for the after round 3 crime and punishment, and then we'll take a 10-minute break for half time, but we'll see how everyone's doing to begin with. Okay, so we've got some scores coming through. Okay, so I think we've got most of the scores coming through now. So we'll take a look at the leaderboard, and then, as I said, we'll put the halftime score up and the pitch round back up for you to go through half time. So our leaderboard as it stands at the moment, we've got in 10th place with 7 points the Thompson 5. 1 point ahead of them in 9th place, we've got the Biggles Boys with 8 points. In 8th place, we've got Spuds with 9 points. Then we've got in 7th place, I'm a Bellend on 13 points. In equal 5th place, we've got Tashlings and Decimated Wuhan Clan with 14 points. In 4th place, it's the Holston Hustlers with 15. Equal 2nd, we've got Jeremy Corvid and Corinthians on 21 points, and just 1 point ahead of them, we've got Jersey Royals. Well done, guys. You're taking the lead into half time. Okay, so we'll take a break for half time. It's just gone 9 o'clock, so we'll come back about 10 past 9. I'll bung up the pitch around, and again, remember, it is named those English counties. Okay, there you go. I'm going to go for a smoke. You get some refreshments, and we'll come back after half time. Okay, I'm back. We'll give everyone just a moment to settle back in and come back from any of their sort of refreshments and whatever else you've been doing in the 10 minutes that we've been away. And then we'll make a start on round 4, which this week will be food and drink. I'll just give you a moment again just to take a look through the picture round, which again, a reminder, name those counties. Okay, so if everyone's ready, we'll make a start on the second half and we'll go on to round 4, which is food and drink. Question number 1, and this is an anagram. Okay, so this will be a food or drink, and the anagram is drab glacier. So number 1 is your anagram, drab glacier. Just a reminder, picture round will do the scores at the end. So you've still got a little bit of time to go through if you've got any questions that you're still having amongst yourselves on those pictures of name of the county. You've got until the end of the quiz, as usual. So drab glacier, your anagram for question number 1. Question number 2, gluten is found in which cereal grain? So that's question number 2 again. Gluten is found in which cereal grain? Question number 3. Which mixed drink is made with bourbon, lemon juice, a teaspoon of sugar, and an optional egg white? So that's question number 3 again. Which mixed drink is made with bourbon, lemon juice, a teaspoon of sugar, and an optional egg white? Question number 4. Bubotti is the national dish of which country? And your clue is it's an African country. So question 4 again. Bubotti is the national dish of which country? And the clue is it is an African country. Question number 5. What kind of food is manchego from Spain? So that's question number 5 again. What type of food is manchego from Spain? Question number 6. What popular alcoholic beverage is brewed from potatoes? So that's question number 6. What popular alcoholic beverage is brewed from potatoes? Question number 7. Which year did the Great British Bake Off first appear on TV? Was it A, 2009, B, 2010, or C, 2011? So that's question number 7 again. Which year did the Great British Bake Off first appear on TV? Was it A, 2009, B, 2010, or C, 2011? Question number 8. Which famous brewer from Amsterdam died in 2002? And I just need their surname. So that's question number 8 again. Which famous brewer from Amsterdam died in 2002? Surname only required. Question number 9. Autumn King, Figaro and St. Valery are all varieties of which vegetable? So that's question number 9 again. Autumn King, Figaro and St. Valery are all varieties of which vegetable? And finally, in round 4, food and drink, question number 10. Known as groundnuts, goober and monkey nuts, what is it more commonly known as in the UK? So that's question 10 again. Known as groundnuts, goober and monkey nuts, what is it more commonly known as in the UK? Okay guys, so that's the end of round 4, food and drink. As usual, if you want any questions repeated, please do put them in the live chat and I will repeat them. I've had a request for one question to be repeated so far, and that's question number 1. So question number 1, which is an anagram question. So the anagram is drab glacier, and I will, as it is an anagram, I will put that back up. So it is drab glacier. If you want any other questions repeated, please do let me know. If not, we'll go through the answers. Okay, so we'll go through the answers for round 4, food and drink. Question number 1, which was your anagram question, and it was drab glacier. What is that type of food or drink? Well, it's a food and it's garlic bread. Garlic bread. Question 2, gluten is found in which cereal grain? It's found in wheat. So the answer to 2 is wheat. Question 3, which mixed drink is made with bourbon, lemon juice, a teaspoon of sugar and an optional egg white? It's a whiskey sour. So question 3 is a whiskey sour. Question 4. Bubotti is the national dish of which country? I gave you the clue that it's an African country. It is, in fact, South Africa. So South Africa is the answer for question 4. Question 5. What kind of food is manchego from Spain? It's a cheese. So the answer to 5 is a cheese. Question 6. Which popular alcoholic beverage is brewed from potatoes? It's vodka. So the answer to question 6 is vodka. Question number 7. Which year did the Great British Bake Off first appear on TV? Was it A, 2009, B, 2010, or C, 2011? Well, it was B, 2010. So the answer is 2010. Question number 8. Which famous brewer from Amsterdam died in 2002? I just needed their surname. It was a he. It was Heineken. Alfred Henry Heineken. He was, I think, the grandson of the original Heineken. Question number 9. Autumn King, Figaro and St. Valerie are all varieties of which vegetable? It is carrot. The vegetable is carrot. That is the answer to question number 9. And finally, in round 4, food and drink, question number 10 was known as groundnuts, goober and monkey nuts. What is it more commonly known as in the UK? Peanuts. So they're known as peanuts or peanut. So those are all your answers for round 4, food and drink. And usual drill applies. Head on over to the Google form, enter your team name, enter your scores, and we will have a look to see how you're doing after round 4, food and drink. Okay, so we've got some scores coming through. I think some teams maybe preferred that round than maybe our previous rounds. Okay, just waiting for a couple more teams to get their scores in. Okay, so I think we've got everyone in. So we'll take a look at our leaderboard and we'll see how everyone is doing at the moment. Okay, so in 10th place with 13 points, we've got Thompson 5. In 9th place with 15 points, we've got Spuds. 8th place, 16 points, 1 point ahead, we've got Biggles Boys. In 7th place, I'm a Bellend, 20 points. In equal 5th place, we've got Tashlings and Decimated Wuhan Clan with 23 points. 1 point ahead of them, we've got the Holston Hustlers in 4th place on 24 points. 27 points is for Jeremy Corvid in 3rd place. In 2nd place currently we've got Corinthians with 30 points, and 2 points ahead of them in 1st place it's the Jersey Royals. Well done, guys. Okay, so we'll go through to our last round before we do answers for the pitch round, and our last round tonight will be entertainment. So round 5 tonight, entertainment. Okay, so question number 1 in round 5, entertainment. This is a quote from a film. I want you to name the film. Carpe diem, seize the day, boys. Make your lives extraordinary. What film does that come from? So question 1 again. Carpe diem, seize the day, boys. Make your lives extraordinary. What film does that come from? Question number 2. Divinely uninspired to a hellish extent is the debut album of which Scottish singer-songwriter? So question number 2 again. Divinely uninspired to a hellish extent is the debut album of which Scottish singer-songwriter? Question number 3. A frequent appearer on 8 out of 10 Cats Does Countdown, which Irish comedian wrote and appeared in Channel 4's This Way Up? So that's question number 3 again. A frequent appearer on 8 out of 10 Cats Does Countdown, which Irish comedian wrote and appeared in Channel 4's This Way Up? Question number 4. Which 1959 Alfred Hitchcock film had the tagline, "It's a deadly game of tag," and Cary Grant is it? So question number 4 again. Which 1959 Alfred Hitchcock film had the tagline, "It's a deadly game of tag," and Cary Grant is it? Question number 5. Which female group had a 1989 hit with "Eternal Flame"? So that's question number 5 again. Which female group had a 1989 hit with Eternal Flame? Question number 6. Which 1985 film, directed by Joel Schumacher, centres around 7 Georgetown graduates? So question number 6 again. Which 1985 film, directed by Joel Schumacher, centres around 7 Georgetown graduates? Question number 7. Getting to Know You is one of the best known songs from which musical? So that's question number 7 again. Getting to Know You is one of the best known songs from which musical? Question number 8. Which comedy actress and writer played the characters Mrs. Merton and Denise Royal? So that's question number 8 again. Which comedy actress and writer played the characters Mrs. Merton and Denise Royal? Question number 9. In which 1990 film do the characters Edward Lewis and Vivian Ward appear? So question number 9 again. In which 1990 film do the characters Edward Lewis and Vivian Ward appear? And finally, in round 5 entertainment, question number 10. Which 1980s children's TV series featured presenters Mike Reid, Sarah Greene, and John Craven, amongst others? So that's question number 10 again. Which 1980s children's TV series featured presenters Mike Reid, Sarah Greene, and John Craven, amongst others? Okay guys, so that's the end of round 5 entertainment. If there's any questions that you want repeated, please bung them in the live chat and I will repeat them. I'll just give you a moment just to finish off on your answers, and if there's no questions that need repeated, then we'll go through the answers for round 5 entertainment. Okay, so here come the answers for round 5 entertainment. Question number 1 was, and I wanted you to name the film from this quote. The quote was, "Carpe diem, seize the day, boys. Make your lives extraordinary." It was from Dead Poets Society, or the Dead Poets Society. Question number 2. Divinely Uninspired to a Hellish Extent is the debut album of which Scottish singer-songwriter? That's difficult to get out. It's Lewis Capaldi, cousin of Peter, aka Doctor Who. Lewis Capaldi. Question number 3. A frequent appearer on 8 out of 10 Cats Does Countdown, which Irish comedian wrote and appeared in Channel 4's This Way Up? It was Aisling B. Apologies if I've mispronounced that. Aisling B. Question number 4. Which 1959 Alfred Hitchcock film had the tagline, "It's a deadly game of tag and Cary Grant is it"? It was North by Northwest. So North by Northwest. Question number 5. Which female group had a 1989 hit with Eternal Flame? It was the Bangles. So the Bangles. Question number 6. Which 1985 film directed by Joel Schumacher centres around 7 Georgetown graduates? It's St. Elmo's Fire. So the answer to number 6, St. Elmo's Fire. Question number 7. Getting to Know You is one of the best known songs from which musical? It's The King and I. So the answer to number 7, The King and I. Question number 8. Which comedy actress and writer played the characters Mrs. Merton and Denise Royal? Caroline Aherne. So Caroline Aherne. Question number 9. In which 1990 film do the characters Edward Lewis and Vivian Ward appear? It's Pretty Woman. Pretty Woman. And finally, question number 10. Which 1980s children TV series featured presenters Mike Reed, Sarah Green and John Craven amongst others? It was Saturday Superstore. Okay guys, so those are your answers for round 5 entertainment. As I always say, you know the drill. Head over to that Google form, enter your team name, enter your scores, and we'll see how everyone's doing before we go and mark the picture round. Okay, so we've got some scores coming through. Okay, so getting the scores through now. Okay, so we'll take a look at our leaderboard before we go into the answers for the picture round. Okay, so in 10th place with 18 points, we've got Spuds. In 9th place with 22 points, we've got Thompson 5. In 8th place with 23 points, we've got the Biggles Boys. 26 points, it's I'm a Bellend. In 7th place. 28 points, it's the Holston Hustlers. In 6th place. In equal 4th place, we've got Decimated Wuhan Clan and Tashlings with 30 points. In equal 2nd place, we've got Jeremy Corvid and Corinthians with 36 points. And in 1st place with 41 points, we've got the Jersey Royals. Okay, guys, so that's the leaderboard as it stands before going into the answers for the picture round. So hopefully everyone's had a chance to go through our pictures, which was name the English county. We'll go through the answers now, and then we'll see how everyone's done. Okay, so picture number 1. The county was East Riding of Yorkshire, and you'll need to have East Riding at least. Yorkshire will not suffice, or any other part. It's East Riding of Yorkshire. Question number 2. That would be, or picture number 2, sorry. That would be the county of Rutland. So the county of Rutland. Picture number 3. The county is Tyne and Wear. So the county of Tyne and Wear. Picture number 4. It's Leicestershire. Picture number 5. It's Berkshire or Berkshire. Berkshire. Picture number 6, it's Staffordshire. Picture number 7, well, that's Dorset. Picture number 8, it's Northumbria. Picture number 9, county close to my heart, it's Cornwall. And finally, picture number 10, it's Essex. Okay guys, so those are your answers to the picture round. So if you want to total up your scores, head on back over to the Google form and input your scores, and we'll see how everyone's done. Okay, we're just waiting for one more team through. Though Biggles boys, it's Northumberland, not Northumbria. That's what we said. It was Northumberland. Thompson 5. Oh, we'll see. We'll see what we can do in terms of your request. As a Welsh person or part with Welsh heritage, I might be supportive of that request. Okay, guys. Okay, so let's take a look at our leaderboard. Well, we'll take a look. I'll show the leaderboard in just a moment. Okay, so again, thank you all for taking part tonight. I know, again, hopefully you've enjoyed yourselves tonight. In 10th place, with 25 points, we've got Thompson 5. In equal 8th place with 26 points, just 1 point ahead of them, we've got I'm a Bellend and Spuds. In 7th place with 30 points, we've got Decimated Wuhan Clan. Let's just make sure. Actually, Decimated Wuhan Clan, you haven't put your scores in yet. Let's hold tight on the leaderboard just for a moment. They've come back. See if that changes what I just announced. Where was I? Okay, in equal 8th place, we've got Spuds, I'm a Bellend on 26 points. In 7th place, with 31 points, we've got Biggles Boys. In equal 5th place, with 35 points, we've got the Holston Hustlers and Decimated Wuhan Clan. In fourth place with 38 points, we've got Tashlings. In third place with 43 points, we've got Corinthians. In second place tonight with 46 points, we've got Goodbye Jeremy Corvid, which means tonight's winners, they were last night's winners on the Friends quiz. Well done, they've done the double. It's the Jersey Royals with 49 points. Well done, guys. Little round of applause for those guys. Well done. Again, as I said, hope everyone's had a good time tonight and enjoyed yourselves. First half might have been a little bit difficult, but hey ho, that's what you get in a quiz. Sometimes they're easy, sometimes they're hard. As usual, we will do this again next week. I say it all the time. I'll carry on doing this, even if it just means looking at myself and just talking to myself in front of a camera. I'm happy with that. So yeah, we'll carry on doing this same time next week. And as usual, I hope everyone has a good week and stays safe. Enjoy the rest of your time. So have a good one, guys. Enjoy yourselves, and we'll see you all again next week. Cheers, guys.